Hey everybody, welcome back to FKW, episode 4 of Knife Scales. Big shout out to my buddy Kevin at DIY Camper. You're a solid dude, brother. Solid dude. Also a shout out to my buddy in NorCal Nate, Northern California. Go check him out. These guys are craftsmen at their best. Alright, last night when we left off with a rough finish on our knife scales. So what we're going to do tonight, we're going to tune these up and get them ready to roll. Let's walk out to this machine here and check it out. Alright, what I'm going to do real quickly, remember these are already taken down with the 120s. And the 180s. Now we're down to a 240 grit. Fire up a little bit of machine. It's a gentle roll to get these edges off. A very gentle roll. See how I roll my hand? And I don't want it digging in too hard here. I just want it very gently to knock the edges off, and then very gently take my sides down. Now the grooves have already been done. I showed you that earlier on the last video. Now on the inside, you'll notice the curve in here. Okay. You can't stutter step this and just run it flat. You have to roll it. To get it where you want it to be. That looks good right there. Gentle there. Also, at the back of the tank, you'll see that it's uneven and a little bit sharp. Again, gentle. Now, as you can see, I put a nice little bevel here to fit the flat of your hand here. This wrap works well. That's really looking good. Let's go over here and take a look. Okay. Here's one I did earlier. Now, this decision time. What do you want to do? Do you want to leave a smooth grip, or would you prefer to go with a corrugated grip? To give you an example, here's one that I did earlier. It's already in its 5th coat of oil. Now you'll see the texture. Or I could stain this, not stained, but actually by oil. That'll make it the same color, but it just won't have the 3D effect. I think I'm going to do another 3D effect. I'm going to move over to a Dremel with a small drum bit. I'm going to turn it at and gently notch these areas. Gently, we're going to continue Now, depending on what you want to do here, I'm Let's do this one a little bit more bottom grip. Now don't worry about any blemish that you might get, but the whole idea on this knife, when you're doing this style, is to make it custom to your hand, or something that feels comfortable. Alright, now on this side, you want to wipe off your excess sawdust, and it'll give you a better idea of what's going on. And it still feels good. Alright, let's continue on to the other side, but as you can see here, I kind of laid these in a little deeper and these shorter, simply because, and I kind of offset them a little bit. Your bottom hand of your fingers here, going towards your knuckles, has more grip in here, and then we'll carry that over to the other side for more grip. Okay, I'm doing this without a mask, and my wife is filming this without a mask, and it's not pleasant. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Now, as you can see, if your finger's in here, and your lower grip is going to be in these heavy notches, you just have that tighter feel within the knife. I like the way it looks so far. And once we get to oil, you'll see what happens. Look at the difference in color. Now, focusing on this knife handle here, scales, remember. See these dark spots? What I basically did to create that, which I did not do on this, was I applied a lot more pressure in here, which created a lot more friction and made a burn mark in each one of those grooves. It's just something, a technique you can pick up, where if you like it, you don't like it, you can go with a natural. And a natural would be more like, if we go over here, This knife is a natural. That's finished without the burn marks. It's entirely up to you on what you want to do. But right now, I've got a minimal on both of these knives that are in vices, 5 coats of oil. And I'll show you what I did there. Alright. First thing I want to do, get all this dust off. And I'm going to use Bullhide oil. I like Bullhide. It's a great company. No, they don't sponsor me. But you see what's happening already? See the richness of the wood coming out? Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. The red oak is just coming out to play now. And then what I'll do is grab myself a workshop cloth. Open that up on an angle. Not too far. Come on now. I'll take my knife, set it, lock her down. Again, back to Bullhide wood oil. And I'm not being sparing. I'm just gobbing it on. Because I'll sit there and I'll do, in the next 2 days on each knife, a minimum 5 to 6 coats. I want the knife to absorb as much oil as possible. And then what I'll do is I'll move over to Butcher Block conditioner. I happen to use Howard's. You can use whatever you want. And this is Bullhide oil. The reason I use these is they are food grade oils. Since these knives will be touching fish, they will be touching animals. And I want to make sure I don't have any contaminants of using any other kind of oil. Now the unwrapping of a knife. Being that these are done, the reason I do the duct tape, real simple, peel tape off. Now you'll see the blue painter's masking underneath. This part is a pain in the neck sometimes, but you'll see why I did it in a second here. If I can ever get it off. My hands are covered in oil now. Yeah, this sucks. This part is always the worst. Next to the epoxy. Anything sticky sucks. These are usually folded over. There it is. And it was only a matter of time before I found the fold. And the blade was protected. And then what I'll do and get this crap off my hands. It's simple. Rubbing alcohol. Again, take rubbing alcohol, put it onto a cloth, put it right here on the blade, and you'll notice there's still some snot down here. Window scraper. Man, my hands are oily now. Done. Done. Clean your blade with alcohol. Finish the handle the way you want it done. If you want a smooth handle, leave it the way it is. Go right over to doing your oil treatments. And like I said, a minimal 5 to 6 coats. Last coat, butcher block oil, at least 2 days, depending on your climate. And just let them sit. And we are done with wood scales at this point. It's done. All right. Now what we're going to do is the next upload, we're going to be heading over this way, sweetheart. Spin around. We're going to be heading over that way, and we're going to be taking care of some sheaths, some leather work. Under these bags is embroidery, leather machines, and so forth. So we got a lot of fun to go, but part 4 is finished, and we'll move on from that point to sheaths, and I'm going to pick up some blades, and I'm going to show you how to get that done. You have a blessed day. God bless you. I'll talk to you soon. Hey everyone, just a tidbit on the back end of part 4. People have asked me, is there any other wood you can use? One person brought up hedgewood. Of course you can use hedgewood, but it all comes down to what's going to be your cost in order to keep the knife in the range of cost of where you want it to be. Example is right over here. All right, here's 2 knives I've done. Both of these knives are done in water buffalo horn from India. Yeah, we're talking a lot of work and we're talking a lot of expense. But as you can see, the finish time on something like this is going to be drastically different to something like this. So yes, there are plenty of materials you can use. You can use African tulip, which I absolutely love using African tulip. Absolutely love using Brazilian blackwood. Tamarind. Now, there's a phenomenal wood that when you're done with it, I mean, the veins of black through this light tan are astounding. Again, you're into imported materials, equal higher expense. I try to keep costs down by going with mahogany. I try to keep costs down by going with red oak. You want to get into things like this, where this is a 3-hour handle, and that's a 20-hour handle. Cost goes up. All right, just a tidbit, something for you to remember when you're going to deal with your own knives, things that you got to keep into the back of your mind. I'll see you soon. Peace out.